Hello everybody and welcome to my website. So obviously you can see my title is my name and my career path. So my introduction. My name is Logan. I'm a sophomore here at Cal and I'm a communications disorders major. This project is for a future career as a speech pathologist, and my website consists of different types of therapy sessions and tools that enhance teaching using technology in the learning environment. Some of the technological tools that SLPs use include YouTube videos, FM devices, and AAC devices, and are all technologically involved with treatment. How might I use this in the future? As mentioned in the intro, technology is an important piece to therapy. I could use YouTube videos for speech, language, and voice disorders treatment. For nonverbal children, augmentative and alternative communication devices, or AAC devices, are very important to help them communicate. And technology also helps in several other aspects. And then here's my about me. So again, hello, my name is Logan. I'm a speech language pathologist, and I attended undergraduate school at California University of Pennsylvania and earned my master's of speech pathology at the University of Iowa. That's obviously where I want to go because this is future based. So a little about me. I was born and raised in a small western Pennsylvania city, Newcastle. I attended Newcastle High School and the school district all of my high school career. When I was in 11th grade, I began thinking about what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I never knew what I wanted to do. It was the hardest decision. And I didn't decide until last semester that I wanted to go into communication disorders. But something that led me to that was that I always wanted to help people. Now I'm going to go through each of my tabs. All of them include home, about, treatments, testimonials, tools, contact. So in the about tab, this first part is just the introduction that I just said to you. So a little about speech pathology. When you earn a bachelor's of communication disorders, communications disorders is an impairment in the ability to receive, send, process, and comprehend concepts of verbal or nonverbal and graphic symbol systems. A communication disorder may be evident in the processes of hearing, language, and or speech. And it may range from severe to mild to profound. It could be developmental or acquired, and individuals may demonstrate one or any combination of communication disorders. It could result in primary disability, or it may be secondary to other disabilities. And when you earn a master's of speech language pathology, that's when you become a speech pathologist. Before, with just a bachelor's degree, you're not an SLP. So speech language pathologist jobs are to prevent, assess, diagnose, and treat speech language and social communication, cognitive communication, and swallowing disorders in children and adults. And both of those can be referenced to the ASHA website. So here in my website is where patients that came to me would come and schedule online. So if you were coming for articulation, fluency, or voice disorders, you would schedule for this speech therapy and you would just hit book now. Swallowing disorders, cognitive therapy, auditory rehabilitation, and other treatment, group therapy, and home health care therapy. So just for an example, if you were to click on one of these, it would take you here, and based off my hours, you could click on one of these that are available and you could schedule. Testimonials, these are just comments that people that have been to you or have heard about you or know about you leave their comments and reviews. So, for an example, Ruby Riley says she's the best SLP in the area. My tool analysis. So, one of the first tools that I liked that I used was Powtoon. Some positives: it was very easy to use, and it's very unique to others. It offers animated presentations, and that's not what your typical presentation has to offer. Some negatives: it only supports certain media types, and without the paid version, you will experience a watermark through your work. So, a project that I did with Powtoon was, it was about myself and my expiring career. And after listening to this, you could click on that and watch the video. My second tool was Narrator PowerPoint. It was very beneficial. If you're willing or wanting to teach someone or inform someone about something, this is the good tool to use. Something that I really liked about this tool was that when you were narrating, it did it slide by slide. So if your whole presentation was great, but you messed up on the very last slide, you don't have to delete all the audio that you did on the rest of them. You could just delete slide by slide, or you can delete the whole thing if you wanted to. One of the problems I had was you have to compress your video, and when you're converting your video, it wouldn't allow my special effects, like my transitions on my slides or animation that I had on my slides, and there's no automatic publishing options. Other than that, it was great, and what I did with this project was I did a lecture on fluency disorders. My third one was QR codes. QR codes are, or may I say can be, accessible to everyone and easy and quick to use. They're basically information loaded into one of these that you generate, and if you take your phone to a QR reading app or you have one that reads QR codes, you can get access to the link quicker than typing in the URL. Something that is not good to QR codes is they're actually not accessible to everyone, and taking time out to scan can sometimes be more inconvenient than just quickly reading a flyer, and placement can be dangerous. One of the projects that I did with the QR code was embedded in this is a link to a articulation treatment video. My fourth tool was Screencast-O-Matic. I thought that this tool was nice and simple to use. That's actually what I'm using now to record this. And one of the negatives that I didn't like about Screencast-O-Matic was the watermark logo whenever you're publishing. As you can see in this video, you can kind of see in this corner right here. And if you make a mistake, you have to restart the entire recording, unlike PowerPoint's narration. In this example, I did a recording of an articulation application website, apps that you could download on your iPad or iPhone to practice with articulation. My fifth tool was Google Forms, which I did a pre-evaluation medical history form for patients to fill out before they were being evaluated. This was very simple to use, and it integrated with Sheets, so if I put in data and everyone filled out the form, it could quickly be analyzed by Google Sheets. I also liked that you could do anything from multiple choice to fill in the blank and true and false. Some of the negatives: you can't be too creative because design and customization is very limited. That's why, as you can see here, it's a very basic looking thing, like there's no color or no borders. It's just a little boring. And my last tool was Adobe Spark. As I just mentioned above about QR codes, embedded in this QR code is my Adobe Spark, which was about what technology means to me in the social media aspect. So about the positives for Adobe Spark was it was very simple to use, and you can include very little in the slides and present the majority of the content orally. It offers copyrighted photos so that you don't need to go find your own. And some negatives, it needs more templates with more designs and more colors because, like the Google Forms, you have a select few of templates and colors, and that could be boring. And a lot of people's Adobe Sparks will look similar if there's not too many options. And also, when doing a voiceover, you have to record slide by slide, which is kind of inconvenient when it doesn't work like PowerPoints. And just a note, copyright laws were followed in this project. If any photos were copyrighted, they will be covered by the education exception due to the fact that this project was for an educational purpose. And lastly, my contact tab. Obviously this is fictional. This will be my clinic location, which would be the address, my email, telephone number, my hours, and if a patient or someone coming in wanted to contact me, they could leave their name, email, give me what this is going to be about, type a message, and submit it here. And that concludes my website. What I learned was overall creating this website about how technology can be integrated into education. Being that I want to be a future SLP, this class showed me how I could use technology in therapeutic activities with patients with a communication disorder. Thanks for navigating through my website with me. Now go take some time out to explore it yourself.